What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I've got a treat for you. I decided to go into my Discord and ask all of my members to send me their inventories to put it into a tier list. So today I have 94 inventories lined up to throw into a tier list. We're going to rank them based off of roles, kind of how many globals they have, and if they have any challenge auras like memory, oblivion, oppression, or glitch, things like that. You know how it is. If you guys enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe and join the Discord if you want to be a part of a future event like this. I like doing community events, which means I like, looking at your favorite clips, looking at your best clips, more importantly, ranking your inventories, things like that. I like to do a lot of stuff with my community, so if you guys want to be a part of that, do join the Discord, and let's dive straight in. Alright guys, before we start up today, I'd like to quickly point out that this is a genuinely diabolical process, and this is going to take me a long time. I have to individually hunt for every single image in this tier list. We have 94, and I have to inspect the element, find the link, and blow it up into full proportion in order to actually see where I'm going to place it, otherwise I cannot tell. A lot of work went into this, and a lot of time. So please do consider liking and subscribing and sit through the whole thing. I'm going to try and keep it quick for you guys. Going to try and keep it, nice and fast. We have some crazy inventories here today, and do please take care. Alright, so let's dive straight in. We are going to begin with the first one here, which is none other than Jack Dark. Overall, I think the Gargantua is pretty nice, and I'm excited to hopefully see that get a rework, so I think I can safely rate this a solid B. Solid B, I think. Alright, the next one on the list is an image submission by Corey. Okay, this one's tricky, because you only have 444,000 rolls. I think I can also give you a B, and the reason I'm giving you a B is because of roll proportion. Right, we have to be reasonable. We have to connect the rolls to what you have. So I'd say for 444,000, Chromatic's pretty good. Next up on the list, we have none other than a member in my Discord named Allie. 3.7k Overture history. Let's go in best of the best. Boop, there it goes. All right, our next inventory is submitted by none other than the Great Goober. Let's take a look. 131,000 rolls, and your best is Twilight. I would focus on trying to get some Heavenly Potions in there. Get yourself some better auras than this. For now, I'm gonna have to rank this C. Alright, next one on our list looks a little crazy. I don't wanna... Oh. I think I gotta put you up in the highest of the best. Just because of that oppression. Alright, next up on the list, we have an inventory submitted by Xavier in-game. 3.64 million rolls. Best is Genesis. 2 of them. Now, technically, we gotta talk about it. Genesis is a mutation. Okay? So technically, you rolled Chromatic, and it turned into Genesis. So it's still good, but it could be better for 3 million rolls. I'll give you the pass. I'll give you a pass on this one. I think for 3.64, I have to give you a solid high C, because 2 Genesis is good, but at 3.64 million, it could be doing better. Next inventory we have submitted by someone. This is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. When I was at 2.6 million rolls, my best was Star Scourge. They have Dutchman, Apex, Ethereal, but most importantly, they have a glitch. This is a solid A. That's a solid A. Pretty good. All right, next up, looks like we have an inventory submitted by Atomic. I'd say Matrix at 500k is pretty solid, but compared to some of the stuff we got here, I'm gonna put this right about here. Alright, now we have an inventory submitted by Alien. I think it's gonna go. We're gonna take this. A solid low B. Next inventory we have is submitted by Ty. Okay. I'm gonna give it a high A tier. So, Ty, you are a high A tier. There we go. A tier. Unfortunately, it seems I downloaded one that does not have a name attached to it. But I'm gonna throw it in there anyway. I'm gonna give you a high C because you didn't follow my rules. Next up is an inventory submitted by Jakob. Let's talk about it. 420,000 rolls with Archangel and 2 Genesis Matrix. Yeah, you're... I don't even need to look further. You're just... S tier. There you go. Problem solved. Good job, Jakob. Thumbs up. All right, next up, we've got an image submitted by Bacon Boy. So this, I'd say, is maybe mid B tier. Next, we have an inventory submitted by Absolute Salty. Let's take a look. Sovereign, Abyssal Hunter, Archangel, Symphony. I think this is a low S tier. Yep, and here's where it all starts to go down. We have an image posted by what I assume their name is Lunar. 2 Sovereigns, Gargantua Bloodlust Overture, Radiant, Genesis. Immediately high S tier. Alright, this is a fairly low quality image, but we've got one submitted today by Sen. 3.6 million rolls. What I'm seeing is Gargantua, Abyssal, Archangel, and 2 Radiants. Pretty good. So we're going to take this and place it at a nice and comfy low A. Alright, next on the list we have Fish. Very good, considering I've seen a lot more cooked people. So, yeah, going straight into high A. Next on the list is an image submitted by Moise. Let's take a look. You have Sovereign, Garg, 2 Bloodlust, 2 Archangel, 2 Radiant, 1 Genesis. So I'm going to take this comfortably, and I'm just going to plop it right in the middle. Truly splendid. Now, before we get too deep into the video, we need to discuss why I started making this video in the first place. There is a friend of mine that goes by the name of Z Thunder. Thunder, in my opinion, has the best inventory in Souls RNG. Debatable, but in my opinion, I think it sits happily at number 1. Let's take a look at that. This inventory is ridiculous. It's debatable whether or not this is the number 1 inventory, but currently, with what I have available to me and what was sent to me, this is by far one of the best. 6 Gargantuas, 2 Glitchors, Ruins even, 7 Radiants, Impeached Archangels, Abyssals, just good everywhere. Good stuff, right? This is what you get by popping in Glitch Biome. Now, unfortunately, recently, Thunder lost their account. Hi there everyone, really crappy editor's note. They got their account back. Yippee! I know, truly splendid. And the best part is, a day after they did it, they got another Gargantua and Abyssal Hunter. Whee! I don't know how to feel. This is definitely the rank 1 inventory, and it's going to be put into the top either way. But they got their account back. Huge cheers for Thunder. It's back, baby. Let's go! And for that reason, Thunder, your inventory will sit comfortably. In what? How the heck do you even manage to do that? I don't even know. Carrying on with our regular scheduled programming, we have 4.3 million rolls with Archangel, Impeached, and Symphony. I don't think this is S tier, in my opinion. I'm just going to go quick here. I think this is low A. Doesn't look too bad. Looks pretty good. I love to see the Archangel. Overall, a pretty decent inventory. Let's say mid A. I think this needs to be a solid low S tier. And while I have you guys here, please do comment below what you think, in your opinion, is the best inventory here. I'm trying to go through these at a decent pace, but if you watch through the whole thing, please comment. Tell me what you think the best one was. But yeah, I'd be happy to hear from you guys, what you guys are thinking about on these inventories. After all, these are all my subscribers, so I hope I get to see some of your inventories in the future, because there's probably a lot of accounts out there that are sitting like completely unknown and have a lot of decent stuff. So if you guys have something like that, feel free to come submit it in my Discord, please. I would love to have you. Next on the tier list, we have none other than the great Eltonius. I mean, 8.7 million rolls, you'd be pretty cooked if you only had 3 globals, but Oblivion, man. I gotta be reasonable in saying that the Oblivion alone makes this like a best of the best, because Oblivion is just so insanely hard to get that I just have to put it that high. Ooh, here we go. Next we have an inventory submitted by Knack. Knack, let's take a look at this. I think it's a mid S tier. All right, next up we've got an inventory submitted by David. Let's take a look at 2 million rolls, having Gargantua, Impeached, Exotic Apex, probably right about here in my opinion. But keep in mind, I'm not keeping track of any of this. I'm just putting them where I think it's best. So consider a medium to high A. All right, next up, we have an inventory submitted by Nil. High B, in my opinion. Just a solid right there, just like that. All right, next we have a submission by Lucas Plays, 1.21 million rolls, and Sovereign. High A. Okay, I yet again encounter another tricky situation where I've got an 84,000 roll player, and they have Twilight, but keep in mind, all of these have breakthroughs. I'm going just to give this a low B. A good start. A good start. Keep rolling. Okie dokie, here we are. Now let's look at this. This one is submitted by someone named Shard Surfer Luck is Real. I believe their name was Lou, if I can recall correctly in my Discord, but I'm just going to call them Shard for now, just to keep it straight. This is diabolical at 6 million rolls. I think this is a low best of the best tier. I think this is low best of the best for sure, because at 6 million rolls, this inventory is crazy. Next, we have an inventory submitted by Nick. 988,000 rolls with a Gargantua. I'm just gonna blatantly give you a nice low A tier because you're still kind of getting started. You know, you're testing the waters of your luck. I'm gonna give it to you like right about there is where I think you should be. All right, next up we have none other than the Great Hex. Now let's take a look. I think you can get a solid low S tier for this inventory, but I think I'll stick to it as a high A. I think this is like the highest A that you can have. Yeah, next we have an inventory submission by Bell. This happened like today, just to be clear. They're the second person ever to have 2 memories. And the first one they got with FastFIFO Luck is Real. That doesn't have any weight on how I'm gonna rank this, but 2 memories is just insane. And they also found Symphony like 4 hours before it. It's stupid, I don't know. They have Matrix, they have Apex, they're 4 million rolls. 2 globals plus 4 more. Honestly, I think that's a really, really high S tier, especially because of the double memory. So I'm gonna put this right nice and comfy at like the top of S tier, in my opinion. That's where I think they should go. Thumbs up to Bell. Next up on our list is Peeps Ethan. Now, they have 900,000 rolls, but they got Sovereign at 500,000. Granted, it doesn't make any difference, since right now they're at 900,000 rolls, so we're looking at this. I'm pretty sure they got Sovereign with FIFO Luck is Real raw. I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe FIFO Luck is real if you're getting Sovereign at 500,000 in your sleep. I'm just saying. Do what you will, but that's kind of crazy. Sovereign at 900,000, I gotta give this like a middle of the run A, maybe like a high A, because that's just pretty good. That is wild. All right, next up we have an inventory submitted by someone named Noodle Luck is Real. I'm still gonna have to give you like a mid B tier, maybe a lower B tier. So I'm gonna say like right about there. Next up, we have an inventory submitted by Kelvin Millie. Kelvin Millie, 1.54 million rolls. Best is Archangel. I'm gonna take you and put you right here in like mid A because you have a lot more rolls for an aura that's quote unquote less rare. But because it doesn't have a native rarity, I'm gonna put it a little higher than normal. Next up, we have an inventory submitted by Jace. Well, it's not too different from mine. I think I'll give you a crisp low A tier because it's not terrible, but the Ruins is kind of carrying you at this point for 8 million rolls. The Ruins has got you there. I think that's reasonable. Next up, we have an inventory submitted by Jay. 2.73 million rolls. 2 globals, Ruins and Symphony, both with no native rarities and both really, really good. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a really high B tier, like low A, like low A, high B is kind of where I'm putting you. I'm just putting it here to keep the screen less cluttered, but you're like low A, high B. That's real good. All right, next up on the list, we've got Smokey. Smokey, my friend, let's talk about this. You, 2 million rolls deep. No global, Dutchman's kind of good, but you're kind of cooked, my friend. Not horribly cooked. You can save yourself. For now, I'm going to rank you like a mid-C tier. You're not cooked, but you're almost cooked. Next up on our list is one submitted by Bombro. Let's keep it there. Let's keep it nice mid to low A, right about here. Next up, we've got a submission by Villager BVB. I think you're gonna be like a high B tier, maybe like a high to medium B tier. Pretty good. Put you right about there. Next up, we have a submission by Tourme. Oh man. I'm gonna place this like a mid to high A tier, like right around here. All right, we've got 4.32 million rolls, Gargantua, Abyssal Hunter, Impeached, and Star Scourge. Hear my words when I say, you know, this is like a mid, run-of-the-mill mid or to high B tier. This is like a high B tier. Just like that. So I had trouble even getting this one to actually load, but I think we need to look at this. 8.4 million rolls and your best is iridescent memory. This can't be real. There must be something deleted, right? Like, I don't want to sound rude, but this is crazy. Like, I'm not crazy. This is ludicrous, right? I think this is cooked. I didn't want to have to do it, but I think this is the first like most cooked inventory I've ever seen. That's actually crazy. Next up, we have an image by I Have Cats. You are at a crispy 5 million rolls and you only have both overtures. I have to rank this decently low, only because you have both overtures. It's decent, but it's not great. I am a believer. I think this is the lowest B tier, actually, because both overtures are pretty good, but at 5 million rolls, we gotta get you some more than that. Next up, we have an image submitted by Taxman. 666,000 rolls with an Archangel. I would say this is like a high-ish to middle-ish A tier. Next up on our tier list, we have none other than Dillbot. Now, Dill, infamous, really good. I'm gonna have to put you in the S tier, my friend. I think this is an S tier. Even at 11 million rolls, this is S tier, my friend. This is pretty good. Gonna take you. I'm gonna put you like right about here. You're just in S tier. We'll just give you that. Next up on the list is Freaky Rat, my friend. 3.3 million rolls deep and only an Archangel is a little crazy. Highest of C. Just because Archangel's good, but at 3 million? Ooh, I'm sorry, man. I hope you cook. I do. I hope you cook up. Alright, we've got an image now submitted by Andy. 822,000 rolls. You are cranking Matrix Apex. The Apex is a big carry here. And Star Scourge Radiant. Frankly, I think this is pretty good for 800k. I'm just going to be straightforward and say that this is a solid high B tier. Mid B tier. Mid B tier. Next up, we have a submission posted by Costco. Now, Costco, Overture History and Radiant at 1.4 is pretty good. I'd say this is maybe like a low A or a high B. I'm going to give you a high B, I think. I'm going to give you a high B. Alright, this one I think, I can't read the name, but I assume this was posted by someone by the name of Super Vegito. I think this is a solid middle of the run A tier. Now, we've got a 477k, apparently looks like no quick roll Gargantua on a Botcha Luck is Real. And I'm gonna say this is like a high B. The Apex kind of carries it, but this is like a high-ish B. I'm gonna do it like right about here. Since I can't see your number of rolls, I'm just gonna do it based off of this, the number of stuff you have set up. I'm gonna say get yourself like a high B tier, you know? Next up, we've got Mango Prime. 1.4 million rolls. Matrix and Iridescent Memory. Definitely like a low B. Alright, next inventory. We've got another one posted by none other than the great Authentic Frost. Please go check them out. Their name on YouTube is just Authentic Frost. They do a lot of YouTube streams of their, Souls Overnight. Go give them some luck. They deserve it. They're at 4.5 million rolls. They're kind of cooked up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. They're kind of cooked. This has got to go. This is like low B. I'm sorry, Authentic. I'm sorry. Now we have another inventory today posted by Big. 1.12 million rolls. Instant mid to low B. Now, this one does not have a name associated to it. I'm going to have to give you high to mid C. Now, next up is Sinlu's inventory. Now, I know who this is, and I know how many rolls they have as well. 7.2 million rolls, I think it was. And frankly, all of this at 7.2, except for the fact that you have an entire arsenal of Starscourge Radiant, is pretty good. You get a mid to high A tier. This is a leaderboard player. What? Oh, Jacob! But for now, yeah, Jacob, low S tier. Right up there. This inventory has been posted by Vibe King. Once again, you did not follow the guidelines I put, but at least you told me how many rolls you had, so I'll go ahead and send it through. Mid to low B. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Anyways. Next up is an inventory submitted by Toast. What the heck? 3 symphonies, overture history, and glitch? Say this is like a high A tier. Next up, we got an inventory submitted by Polo. 1.4 best being exotic Apex speed round. Apex is decent, but it could have been better. I'm gonna have to put this at low B. Yes, this is indeed Centro. Rockin' the FIFO luck is real. Now, I'm pretty sure... Ooh, I don't remember what they got with my name. They got Ruins with my name. And they got Shard Surfer. And a Radiant. I don't remember what else. But they did. 7 million rolls. Ruins, Abyssal, Shard Surfer. Shard Surfer takes you up a few points. Ruins takes you up a few points. Going to be blatant and say this is probably a high A tier. Look at that. High A tier. Bink. There you go, Centra. Appreciate you using the username. If you guys do end up using my username, go into my server. Send it into media or into Cooked or Cooking. Like, I'll allow that. Like, if you guys have like something FIFO luck is real in global chat and you guys want to show off like what you got, go to Cooked or Cooking. Send it to me. I'd love to see what you guys cook up with my name. Like, it's really cool. Next up, inventory submitted by someone with their name is just a bunch of dashes. I'm just gonna say Squid Games. I don't need to say anything about this. I will simply move it to where it belongs. Yeah, that's about right. Now this is submitted by a user named Dead. They're at 3.3 million rolls right now. Impeached, Radiant, and Genesis. This is a tricky one, but no, low B's not terrible. That's pretty good. All right, and now we get on to one of my beloved admins in my Discord, Thorn. Good old Thorn. My goodness, you were cooked for a long time until you got Sovereign. And now you've got that FIFO luck is real username. I hope I cook up something good. Chat, look out for this one. In Era 9, I'm going to have a video he's been saving, and I'm going to pop on his account. I hope we get something crazy. I hope we get one of the new auras. It's going to go crazy. Keep an eye out for that video. But in the meantime, this 5 globals at 11 million is kind of cooked. I gotta put you right down here at like the bottom of B tier, maybe a little higher. That's kind of brutal, man. All right, next we've got Comrade. Comrade is a special case. Oppression and glitch and impeached overture and Genesis. My friend, I think you are the next what category? 3.6 million rolls oppression is a little crazy. Next up on our list is the head admin, Canadian Syrup, a mostly fresh player. But at 900,000 rolls, best ethereal and arcane dark, that's like a solid B. Like, it's not terrible, but you're like bottom of B right now. If you haven't been making heavenly potions, you were doing something wrong, boy. Next up, we have none other than the great Wetamara. Just going to be blatant and tell you congrats on both overtures, Abyssal Hunter and Genesis. Mid B tier. It's mid to high B. Mid to high B tier. Next up, we have Finland. What is this? You have 2 of everything except for overture history. I say you get low A tier. Next inventory is posted by Fox. 3 Chromatic Genesis, Radiant, and Overture History at 3.6 million rolls. That's a pretty good average rate, especially since you have Apex and Matrix. High B. We got Osapo with 2 300 millions. We got Bloodlust and Overture History. This is a solid low B. Next on the list, we've got your boy Jason. 10 million rolls. Frankly, I'm gonna have to say we put Jason at a solid high A tier. All right, we've got Noler at 5.4 million rolls. You're pretty well. I'm gonna say this is low A. I'm gonna say that's a low A. You're getting a low A today. Now I know exactly who this is. This is SSR Void, also known as literally just Void, Memory, Sovereign, Gargantua, Bloodlust, Symphony, 2 Radiance. This is the lowest S tier though, because you don't have a lot of globals. This is the lowest S tier that we have so far. Next up on the list, we've got none other than my sweet, hopefully also my future wife. Look at this. She's doing decent. 5 globals, 7 million rolls is a somewhat low average, but she got Ruins Raw, 2 of the Radiance Raw, the Genesis Raw. The only thing that she's gotten from a Heavenly Potion so far is the Bloodlust. This I can confirm. Based off this information, I'm going to try and stay unbiased here. This is like a low to medium A tier. Ruins kind of carries it, so I'm going to take her. I'm going to put her like right about here, I think. A nice comfortable right here. All right, next up, we've got Ares. 12 million rolls, Gargantua, 2 Abyssal Hunter, 2 Impeach, 3 Symphony, Overture, 2 Radiant, 1 Genesis. No Apex. Like a low S tier, like right about there. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so this was submitted by Freaky Apple. We got the FIFO luck is real. They've got 3.8 million. This is insane for 3.8 million, might I point out. Sovereign, Gargantua, Bloodlust, 2 Overtures, and a Radiant is really good at 3.8 million. So I think I'm going to put this is like best of the best. Next up, we've got Gar, 2.13 million rolls. Best is Iridescent Memory, but you're like a high C. I wouldn't be concerned. You're like right about here in terms of C tier. I was wondering when she'd show up. Next up is Winter, 7.22 million rolls. 3 Abyssal Hunters. You're the top of C tier. I don't even mean, this isn't even like bullying, because I know you're gonna say, as soon as you see the video, you're gonna go in the Discord and you go, oh, FastFIFO, this is bullying. No, it's not. Look at it. I want you to take a good look at this. Next up on the list, we've got AL1, 5 million rolls and no global. You are cooked, AL1. We are coming down to the home stretch of inventories here. We got Orochi with 1.8 million rolls, bottom of B tier. Looks like we have another submission from a different goober. This is someone in my Discord named Rose. 9 million rolls. And you only have Overture History and Bloodlust. You're like the least cooked player. You're cooked, but you're like so close to not being cooked. Ah, yes, we've got one of my new moderators, Shaka Flip. Now, Shaka is actually considerably close to what my inventory is. Let me look, let me think. No, this is low S. This is like a low S. This is a low S tier for sure. Next up, we've got Boza, 5.65 million rolls deep. Shard Surfer, Archangel, and Peach Gargantua. I think you're like a high B. I think high B is pretty good for where you're at. Next up, we've got a submission by Bean. Bean, I think you're a low B, right? Because you don't have a nice B for Bean. Because no globals yet, but you do have Matrix, which is a help. But I'll say it's not perfect. Keep rolling, keep figuring it out. You'll get a global soon. It's coming your way, trust me. But for now, I'm gonna say you are a low B. Alrighty, next up we've got an inventory submitted by Phantom. We've got 4 globals and 9 million rolls. Yeah, Phantom, you're getting low B, my friend. Bump. Next is a submission by Frozen. It appears we've got someone, 1.8 million rolls, Shard Surfer. Interesting. You also have undefined defined, which shows that you played in era 6. Isn't terrible, but I think I'm gonna put you like about here in B tier, like a low B tier, because you're not cooked because of the Shard Surfer, but you might be high C tier without it. I'm just gonna say that. Next up, we have a submission by Spongs. I'm gonna put you like low B tier again, okay? Because you have globals, you're doing fine. Your average is still under 2 million per, but that's a little crazy. Next up, we have a submission by Project Rangar. Less than 5 million rolls, just about 5 million. Bloodlust, Ruins, Sovereign, and 3 glitches. This is S tier. All right, next on the list, we've got Noah, high C tier. Mid C tier. Next up, we've got Jeevel, instant mid B tier. Alright guys, next up we have none other than Saber. We've got Abyssal Hunter and Impeach, 2 of the OGs, at 2.65 million rolls. In my opinion, the Abyssal Hunter carries you a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to place you a nice high-ish B. I'm going to get somewhere around here. Seems about right. Next on the list is Oomph Dorney. Looks like they have 1.25 million rolls and they have a Shard Surfer. But the fact that an exclusive aura, I'll boost it up a little bit. I'm gonna say you're like a mid B tier still. The next storage we got sent to us is Evoke. Oh. You're cooked. We must save you. Cooked. None other than Banana Abram. We've got 1.4 million rolls and a single chromatic Genesis. Maybe C, but I'll put you at low B, like about there. Whoa. This is a list. I'm gonna move CC up 1 so that we have the top 3 as well as our best of the best and the S tiers. I will pull up the top 3 for you now. Here we are. Rank 3, Comrade, Oppression, Glitch, Impeach, Overture, and Genesis. Rank 2, Oppression, Gargantua, Abyssal Hunter, Symphony, Starscourge Radiant, and Chromatic Genesis, CC. And finally, Rank 1, Z Thunder. I think they were at 11 million rolls, 2 glitches, ruins, 6 Gargantuas, 2 Abyssal Hunters, 2 Archangels, 1 Impeached, 7 Radiants. In the meantime, chat, if you have enjoyed this video, please do consider liking and subscribing, and always feel free to join the Discord, guys. I do events like this all the time. If you want to be a part of them, join up, say hello. We got a great community. I appreciate y'all being here, and in the meantime, I will see you in the next video. See you later, guys.
Yeah, she wanna pipe me. Bitch, I'm baby. Yeah, this shit be poppin' like it's from the 80s. I'm a prima donna. Smoke marijuana. I'm out in Tijuana, hot boy like a